Hello, everybody on Facebook. Hope everybody is having a fabulous Monday. I popped on just a few minutes early to make sure that I am set up and you guys can hear me and everything is well and good. So hopefully that is the case. If you are here, please do give me a thumbs up or a hello so I know that you guys can hear me and everything is working. That was so everybody start so far. So yes, let me know if you guys can hear me so that I know that my talking is in vain. Let's see, I'm seeing people pop on, so hello everybody. I see Mark's here, Raina's here. Let's see, Michelle's here. I see Himalaya. Hello to you over on Instagram. Hi, Michelle. Okay, you guys, well, welcome to another fabulous week. It's Monday. We get to start off fresh and get to experience the week that we want to have, right? Okay, my friends on Facebook, please let me know if you can hear me. I know my friends on Instagram can. Hi, guys. So just let me know if you guys can hear me because I just want to make sure that both of you guys are able to hear what I'm saying and I'm not just moving my lips. Oh man. Okay, so today I want to wish you a magical Monday. Happy Magical Monday, everybody. And the reason why I decided to go live was because I wrote a book, which you guys have probably seen circulating around. Here it is. It's called Clear Enlightenment, and this is a guide to spiritual growth, and you guys can see here on Instagram, here on Facebook. So this is my book. I am so super excited to be sharing this with you guys. You know, I should first start off and explain who I am for people who don't know me. So my name is Bridget M. Shoup, and I'm known as the Crystal Healing Gypsy because I travel to your location, and of course that's in the Southern California area right now, to come and offer my specialty, which I call Crystal Reiki Healing. And so it is my passion and life's mission to reach out and assist as many people as I possibly can live a happier, healthier, holistic lifestyle. So that is my purpose here. And, you know, as it is awesome to be able to come to people and offer them one-on-one sessions, sometimes, you know, barrier in distances and that sort of thing, right? So, you know, I can do usually... I do tarot card readings and numerology readings and all kinds of other readings over the internet, which is cool because I can reach out to people that are further than, you know, where I'm at here in Southern California. But, you know, I want to be able to assist people even more. And that's how this was born right here. So, you know, this was something, oh, sorry, Blaze is wanting to join the party. Say hello, everybody. So, this was something that, you know, kind of came about. My guides were, you know, kind of nudging me along the way, and they leave things alone. They just wanted to, you know, I had the inspiration come to me through my guides, and it was just all about being able to share my knowledge and get it into one spot. So that way this can reach out and help so many other people like further out than just my small area here. So so that is the whole purpose of me writing this book. It's just basically a collection of everything that I've learned. It's pretty much everything that I wish I had when I was going through my spiritual awakening. Sometimes when you're going through a spiritual awakening, you feel very alone, especially if you're the only one in your family going through it. You can have moments where you start to question things and you wonder, is this normal? You know, am I going crazy? Things like that. And so this is the book to help you know that you are not alone and that the things that are happening to you are totally normal as you move through your transition and expansion on your spiritual journey and your spiritual path. So that is what this is all about. And, when I was going through mine, I did a lot of research on my own. Again, I was pretty much doing it on my own. Like, I shared it with my family, a lot of things that I was going through. I'm very vocal. If you know me, I talk a lot. So this could be a long little live feed, but I will make sure that I save some time so you guys can ask questions about the book, kind of talk a little bit about what you'll find in this book as well, and what you can learn from it. But basically, I did talk to my family, here, my close knit family here at my house. So they all knew what I was going through. It wasn't like a huge surprise for them. But even though they're very supportive, sometimes you still do question, like, what's going on, right? And so it led me to doing a lot of research on my own, which basically led me down a rabbit hole of everything metaphysical, which I always was into before, but I kind of lost track of it as I went through my life earlier on. You kind of get stuck in the mundaneness of what you think life is, and until things start to open up and you kind of have this spiritual awakening, and then you realize that life doesn't happen to you, it happens through you. And so and then the magic all unfolds and opens up, and I learned so much in those ways as I was on my path. So like I said, I did a lot of research on my own. So I read a lot of different books from a lot of different people, which I actually do give a few shout outs in my book too, because it's only, right to kind of give them some credit for, being a part of my expansion. And I do appreciate everybody who has helped me along the way, all the classes that I took and the courses that were designed to help people like expand their knowledge. So I appreciate all that. And so, I wished when I was going through my spiritual awakening that I had all these things in one place, right? And there wasn't. It was like, oh, a crystal book here and a moon book here. And it was like all these different books everywhere, which is fine. But I kind of wish there was something where everything was in one. And that's what this is. So everything is in one spot. So that way, you don't have to have a million books lying around your house, hopefully, right? So again, this is all about a guide to spiritual growth. I tried to really make this book user-friendly, because I feel that like sometimes when we get into our groove of spiritual awakening, or we're in our groove and we start using words that maybe some people aren't familiar with, right? So in my book, at the very beginning here, and I should also first give credit where credit is due, my dear darling husband and best friend Jared, he created my cover. So all my digital art that's in here was done by my husband, who's super duper talented. So thank you, Jared, for all your help on the cover and all the digital art you see in here. If you guys can see, I have lots of different art in here that he helped me with. And then all the pictures that are in here, let me see, I'm trying to find some for you guys. So all the pictures that I have, like that is all done by my beautiful daughter, my super talented daughter, Kelsey. She helped me with all the photography in the book. So it was kind of like, this is one of my favorite pictures. I love that one. So that is, all those pictures in the book are done by my lovely daughter. And so we all had a hand in this, which is really even cooler, that we were able to all be collaborative with this book. So it's extra special in that way. So anyways, so it's really exciting. But okay, back to the beginning, okay? I'll try to stay on track here. So anyways, at the very beginning of the book, of course, you're going to get the table of contents, which I'll go over, what you will learn in this book. But in the introduction, this is where I want to clarify some things. So the cool thing is, like I said, I was talking about like when we use certain words, that we're used to using, some people might not know what that means. And so, like I said, this is supposed to be a guidebook. So I tried to make it really user-friendly for you guys so that you understand what the heck I'm talking about when I use certain terminology here. So it says right here, note, anything that is underlined and italicized in this book means that in the back of the book, you're going to have a glossary, as you can see here. Hopefully you guys can see that. So there's a glossary at the back of the book that explains what the heck I'm talking about, because I'll use words like, astral travel. And if you're not familiar with what astral traveling is, then it talks about at the very back of the book, because I touch on it just a little bit in the book as I'm explaining it, but I might not give enough information where somebody who's new to, spiritual enlightenment and that sort of thing, then you might not understand what that means. So I tried to make this really super user friendly for you guys so that you can go to the back of the book and be like, oh, okay, what is the chakras? What is a chakra? Oh, I don't know what that is. Let's look it up. So it's all right here. So all the things that I talk about, like Kundalini, we talk about, metaphysical, like what does that mean? So like I literally went through and I tried to be mindful as I was creating this book. And like I said, anything italicized or underlined is going to explain at the very back of the book what it means in more detail for you guys, because it's a guidance book, right? Okay, so that is the beginning of it. You'll, let's see, I guess I'll go through the chapters and kind of just explain what you'll get when you get this book. I can tell you right now that I do have a limited supply on stock of these copies. So I do have some in my possession that I can, sell to you guys. If you want a signed copy, that would be the way to get it, is to go directly through me. If that's something that interests you and you want that, just, send me an email, a comment. You can comment here or whatever, and we can arrange that at the end. They are $15 each, and of course, if you buy it from me, shipping's not included there, so shipping is also needing to be added to that. But that would be one way to get it if you want a signed copy. If you want a copy and it doesn't matter to you if it's signed, which is fine by me, whatever works for you, you can also order these on Amazon right now. So they are also on Amazon, and then it'll ship directly to you and you'll have it and you can, get reading it right away. So yeah, those are the two ways that you can get it right now. Eventually, I will be opening it up to like Barnes and Noble and those type bookstores. But right now, it's just Amazon and then buying it from me in person. So those are the two ways that you can get your hands on it. I will... If you go to Amazon, you would just search the title, which is Crystal Clear Enlightenment, right? Or you can search my name, Bridget M. Shoup, and it will come up either direction. You can do it that way. So anyways, let's see. Let's go through the chapters, shall we? And if you guys do have questions, feel free to pop them in the chat box. And I'll answer your questions as you guys have them, because I know how it is, like when you have the question and you're like, I'm gonna forget by the end. So don't worry about it. Just stick it in the chat box and I will answer your guys' question, okay? So again, you're gonna get the introduction to my book, right? Which basically just talks about this being a guidebook and how it's gonna help you, and disclaimer information and all that fun stuff. Then you're gonna get into my journey. So I talk a little bit about my journey and how I, started out, so people understand like what that's all about, and kind of has a little bit of background about me and how this all unfolded for me. And then we get into chapter 1, which is all about crystals. You can't have a book like this and not include crystals. So this chapter is called There's a Crystal for That. And so this part of the book basically just talks about how to select a crystal, how you work with them, and also how to cleanse them, how to charge them, program them, and deprogram them. So it talks in a lot of detail about those things. And again, I made it like super easy. I try to make I like books that are like where you can just get sucked in and you can't stop reading them. Like those are the kind of books that I enjoy. And so, again, being that this is a guidebook, I tried to highlight certain parts So that way you can just go straight to what it is you're looking for, and you don't have to like read through the whole book to figure out where it was you saw something, right? So like, for example, like you see right here, it says, how can they help you? And so that way you can just look for these little highlights, and then it will tell you right there, here's some other one. How do you work with crystals, right? And then I list different crystals that, I feel are must-haves, I share a few stories throughout the book about things that happened to me or some client stories. Of course, I don't disclose clients' names, but I do want to share the power of how transformational it is once you realize you can work with the universe in harmony. So that's, I do want to share, I do share in the book some of those stories, so that you can see, and some personal stories too. Let's see what else. So then that's pretty much, the top, the crystal stuff. It's all about crystals at the beginning because, it's crystal clear enlightenment. And honestly, for me, that's how my journey started. Was I started out, working with crystals first, which led me to opening up and going down the rabbit hole, we'll say, of all the other things metaphysical. So that's how it started for me, and so that's how I started my book with crystals. So then chapter 2 is right here, and it's all about keeping it clean. So what are we talking about? We are talking about keeping your energetic body clean and your space, like your home, and how you would do it and why you want to do it and that sort of thing. So that's what that's about. So this, let's see, it talks about how to smudge, why you smudge, methods of smudging. So you see here like different methods that you can use, why and when we would do it, and that sort of thing, because it is really important to keep a cleansed space. And we're not talking just cleaning your house, but also just cleansed energetically. Chapter 3, all about meditation, magical meditation. So in this chapter, it talks about the benefits of meditation, how to do it, and why you would want to do it, and all that kind of stuff. And so, again, I make it really super easy where it has highlights like that you can just go in and how to meditate and how it works. And then this is my favorite I like to come up with quotes, especially ones that rhyme. I'm very rhymey. And you'll see in my book I share, and I'm jumping the gun, but in my book I do share some of I call them spells, but some people might not like the way that sounds. So another way that you would call it is like an affirmation or a mantra, that sort of thing. I do share my own personal ones that I wrote in here with you guys, and my clients have heard them because I do share them with them from time to time, but now it's actually written down in a place where you can find it. But this is my newest one that I came up with while I was writing the book. And it says, when you have a lot on your plate, take some time to meditate. See, there it is. So anyways, that's one of my favorite things, to share. And, meditation is so beneficial, so super beneficial. So that is something else that's talked about here. Okay, how are we doing? Is everybody still with me? I know it's going to be a lot of information, but hopefully it's helpful information so you guys know what you're getting into. And again, feel free to ask me any questions you might have. Chapter 4 is about cosmic connections. So this is all about how to connect with your spirit guides, your angels and spirit animals. So that's all about that. The process, how you know when your guides and angels are near, that sort of thing. Chapter 5. This is a great chapter. This is called Signs, Signs, Everywhere Signs. So this one is all about learning the meanings of some of the synchronicities and signs that you're getting. So for example, like feathers, especially repetitive numbers, as you get going in your spiritual journey, you're going to start to notice that you get lots of feathers, or you'll see repetitive numbers everywhere you go. And I get clients all the time texting me like, what does this number mean? And why do I keep seeing it? And that sort of thing. And I really don't mind it at all. I love when people reach out to me and ask me questions or questions about crystals or anything. I really just love to help people. And so, you know, I decided, oh my gosh, this is like the perfect place to, again, put it all in one spot. What does it mean? You know, so that way you can just look it up and it's all right here. So we talk about feathers and their colors and meanings, numbers, what all the numbers mean, that sort of thing. So you get to, you know, have all that information and know what it's about. All right, chapter 6 is all about knowing your clairs. So it's not Claire, your friend. It's clairs like clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. And so those are all your psychic abilities. So learning about them, understanding how to work with them, and just pretty much it's like it explains what they are so you understand. Because a question I get asked a lot is like, you know, I don't think I'm psychic. Like, can you be psychic? Can anyone be psychic? Yes, absolutely. Here's how I see it. We are all born with psychic abilities, and of course, we have our intuition. But the problem is that sometimes we turn it off and we don't, it's like a muscle. So if you're not exercising that muscle, then you kind of atrophy and kind of lose that strength and that ability. And so sometimes as we go through this lifetime experience, that's kind of what happens. We start to doubt ourselves, or things happen where we don't believe in our own self. And so that, you know, anyone can be psychic. It's all about learning how to get there and quieting your mind and working on yourself internally on a soul level to bring it forward. And so that's what that chapter is kind of a little bit about. It kind of gives you some background, some information so that you understand how you can develop your psychic abilities again, because you have them. It's just a matter of tapping into them again and remembering how to use them. Okay, so let's see. Next up, sorry, I was hearing noises. Okay, so chapter 7 is called Protect Yourself, and this is ways to protect your energy and help with the help of crystals and also shielding type techniques. So this is a very beneficial one, especially in the world we live in, where there's lots of people who are empaths, and I talk about what that means in the book, where you start, you know, basically you feel drained a lot, or very emotional. Usually that is due to the fact that you are an empath. And so this is basically ways to kind of counteract some of the things that can happen being an empath. So it kind of helps you shield yourself so that you don't take on everybody else's energy around you. So that's what that's about. Chapter 8 is called Get Grounded. And this is the good kind of grounding. Okay, I'm going to steal a drink, guys. Okay, so getting grounded. So this is all about learning how to become more present, more in the now moments. And it's this chapter is all about why you would want to ground yourself, how to do it, that sort of thing. So it's really helpful. Moving on, I share a lot of information in that one about that. Chapter 9, another favorite one, Living by Lunar. So this chapter is all about lovely Lady Luna and how to manifest and work with the lunar energies to bring things into your life and to also release things that don't serve your highest good. So some of you guys have seen my live YouTube videos. I did a few last year. I'll probably do maybe one or two. I think towards the end of last year, I think I had to do it on Instagram. I was having problems on YouTube. So anyways, in my live feeds, when I do live moon rituals for you guys, you know, I have like a way of doing it. And here's the best thing to note. I should mention this. Just because I say in here how to do it a certain way doesn't mean that you have to do it just like I said. These are what works for me and my suggestions and what I have gotten great results from. So, you know, if you have your own way of doing moon rituals or anything and it works for you, then keep doing what works for you. That is the beauty of life, right? We can figure out what works best for us and what our soul is needing. So, again, you know, these are, it's a guidebook. So, you know, take what you like and leave what you don't. So this one, you know, again, I go a lot of detail into the moon because I'm very closely connected with the moon. Of course, my website is Be Moonstruck. So, you know, I'm very connected in that way. I work with the lunar energies all the time. And so that's what this one's about. It goes into great detail. And like I was saying on my lives, when I do rituals for you guys, that is all going to be in here now. So it talks about the lunar phases. And then I specifically like outline how to do the new moon and the full moon rituals. And also give you like my little smudging spell that I like to say at the beginning to make sure that the space is good. I give you guys all that stuff. So, you know, it's all in here. I talk about the zodiac and the moon and like, you know, what to expect when the moon's in a certain zodiac. I even give you guys a moon chart where you guys can moon chart and see how the moon affects you. So yeah, that's really cool too. And then chapter 10 is magical manifestation or manifesting. Oops, magical manifesting. So this is all about learning how to work the laws of the universe and how to create your reality and also visualization. So this chapter in the book is really super powerful because this is where you start to step into your own power and realize that everything happens through you, not to you, like I said at the beginning. So this is like, it gives you all the tips and the rules and like how to do it, like how to make it happen for yourself. And I also share some stories in there as well. So that is a great chapter. And then let's see, chapter 11, lucky number 11. That is my last chapter in this book, and this one is about spiritual awakening. So this chapter is quite in depth, and it's things that you might experience, changes that happen to you. We talk about the Kundalini, what that even is, and also just other things like energetic wings and certain things like that, and things that just like happen to you as you're going through a spiritual awakening, because there's a lot that changes. And so, yeah, so that is pretty much the book in a nutshell. And then, of course, I have my acknowledgments at the back. And here, of course, I list a few of the people who inspired me and who taught me along the way. And I want to say thank you to all of them for your knowledge of sharing your knowledge with me. And yeah, so, and then we get to the author page, and then we get back to the glossary, like I said, where you can look up anything that you weren't sure about as you read the book. So that is my book, you guys. So I am so super excited that it is here. It released on February 2nd, 2020. So it's like a few weeks old or so. So it's super new and super exciting. And I'm really happy to be sharing it with you guys. So again, this is used to help you on your path, help you know that you're not alone. Might answer some of the questions you might have as you're moving through your you know, your journey. And so, yeah, so that is it. And if anyone has any questions about anything, go ahead and pop them in and I can answer anything. Or if you need clarity about anything in here, you know, please feel free. But yeah, so I'm excited to share this with you guys. And so I hope that you guys enjoyed this little video. Hopefully it wasn't too long, not too bad. We're about a half hour in, so that's not too shabby. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. where I cover just a little bit of what's going on in this book. I do know somebody else had asked me the question of how many pages this book is. Well, this book is 197 pages long. So, it's not, it's a good amount of reading, but it's not like a dictionary. So, yay. So it's not too bad. You can see. So yeah, and then here's the back of the book. Yes, and then there's that pretty picture that my daughter took. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to show you guys both at the same time. So yep, so there's that. So anyways, yeah, so that is it. Oh, can't wait to read it. Yay! Thank you so much, Sharon. I'm excited that you're excited about it. I'm excited to share it with everybody. It's just, it's like one of those passion projects, right? And so, yeah, I'm just really excited that it's out and ready to go and ready for people to be enlightened with. So, thank you so much. So yeah, is there any other questions before I go, or any questions about anything really? I don't mind. I'll answer whatever you guys got. So feel free. I'm here. You have me now. So yeah, I mean, this has been a really fun for me. I really do enjoy writing. And this is my first book, and I'm sure there's going to be more to follow. I have a feeling that this is not going to be the one and done. There's going to be more. So I'm really excited that it is officially done and out there, and you guys can get it. So yeah, so there you have it. Crystal Clear Enlightenment, a Guide to Spiritual Growth by Bridget M. Shoup. That's me. I know, I'm cheesy. What can I say? All right, guys. Well, if there's no other questions, I guess that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little live session, and I will probably do them again at some point. But for now, I guess I'm going to say goodbye and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your magical Monday. So again, you can pick this up at Amazon by searching the title Crystal Clear Enlightenment, or you can also search by my name, Bridget M. Shoup, and it will be available through Amazon, and they'll ship it straight away to you. And then again, I also have some copies in my possession, so if you would like to just buy one directly through me, you can also contact me. You can text me, email me, whatever, and I will make sure that you get your copy, okay? All right, you guys, thank you so much for listening and spending your time with me this afternoon. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys soon. And oh, I should also mention, I always have these books too, or the ones that I do have available will always be with me at my sound baths. So I do sound baths once a month, and my next one is March 14th. So it is located in Upland, California at Inner Works Wellness Center. So if that's something that you're interested in checking out, that is something that I'm doing up until July. I will be doing them every single month. It's only $20 per person, and it's a great way to start your journey into learning about energy healing. It's super beneficial, and like I said, I'll have my books there if you guys ever want to purchase them at the end of the session. So until I see you all again, I'm sending you light, loves, and lunar hugs. Mwah. Bye, everybody. Have a super magical week. Have a good one. We'll see you again soon. Bye. Let's see. Bye. It's a girl.